Grand Rising gods and goddesses. We are on our 16th saga of Intimate with TomBoi. And I decided that we're going to do the topic on PDA, a public display of affection. Let's talk about why people still do it and why this is a big part of that honeymoon phase. Yeah, anytime, any place, anywhere. Yeah, anytime, any place, anywhere. PDA, we out and about enjoying dinner. We out and about enjoying this wine. I got freaky things on my mind. I want a little more and grind in public. Let's do it in public. Let's fuck in public. In public, a little bit of PDA. So let's jump right into it. The talk on PDA, public display of affection. So as y'all know, I gotta definitely talk about my experiences with PDA and basically why I say it's the honeymoon phase and why it's a major part in the honeymoon phase and how this could possibly keep your honeymoon phase going. So let's get into this. So first we're gonna talk about fetishes. You know, people have a lot of different fetishes. You got people that got feet fetishes. Just all types of stuff, all types of kink stuff, and this is what keeps your sex life, going great and all that. Just trying new things. BDSM, and it's all kind of stuff that people are into. And one is, some people do like PDA. They like to publicly display the affection or the sexual desires. So here's a quick story of me. So when I was married, basically, in the beginning of my marriage, of course, we call it the honeymoon stage. You fucking all the time. You know, it's not a dull moment that you don't want to do it. It usually, if you don't, it's like something like somebody got their period or something like that. And I mean, depending on how freaky people is, sometimes that shit don't matter. Look, it's been times, motherfuckers don't say we gonna have to put a towel down. So, you know, whether people think it's disgusting or not, it happens. It happens. It happens. I know I ain't the only one. I know somebody don't. Hey, maybe we gotta put the towel down. So definitely, like I said, that honeymoon phase is definitely really strong in the beginning. And depending on the type of person you're dealing with, they always want to, hug and kiss and hold hands. That honeymoon stage it's just a lovey-dovey time. And so the thing is, I want to talk about how do you maintain that honeymoon phase because, after a while it fades out. In the beginning, sex is awesome. Like, we talking about the best sex, and then, after a while, it's like, people doing the same moves, same after that. You're like, you know what, this is boring. I'm not having fun anymore. I'm not having that same connection. So, how do you keep that honeymoon phase going? And sometimes it involves PDA. So before I get into my story, I want to talk about one of my favorite movies, Boomerang. I like this throwback movie, Boomerang. Had some great actors in that. Halle Berry, Eddie Murphy, Robin Givens, who played Pops, you know what I'm saying, from the Wayans brother, he's in there. A lot of comedians, Martin Lawrence, and the list goes on of who we can name that is in there. Um, Basically, it's an old couple in there. It's Pop's character and his wife, and basically, him and his wife, they be banging wherever they go, and they would just embarrass their son in this movie. They just be like, he'd be like, they probably in there fucking, and he would be just so mad that his parents were still in that honeymoon phase. But the shit was funny to me. Like, anybody that watched Boomerang, they know exactly what I'm talking about. Pops in there like bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? Bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? And, it's just one of them movies that can show you that you can continue to have your honeymoon phase up in age. It doesn't have to end. And one of the funniest lines that he was saying there to me was like, yeah, I'm gonna whip that pussy. And it was just, I mean, you know what, look, my mother had the movie. It was a movie I shouldn't have been watching. But it is one of my favorite movies. It really is one of my favorite movies. And I just like, basically how Pops is in there with his wife, and they just really showing that you can continue that honeymoon phase, and the romance doesn't end. You just continue doing what you do. Loving your partner. So let me jump into my story. So basically, long story short, I don't know if any of y'all know what Uvo is. I think I'm saying it right. Well, it's a toy basically you give to your partner, and they place it inside of them, and you hold the remote control, right? And it's basically like it's a vibrator in it. They can carry. You can turn that mug on. You could be in Japan, turn it on. If your partner got it on, you know what I'm saying. It's basically stimulating them, and so anybody knows about this toy. This is one of them toys where look, any of you mask or you aggressive films or you know what I'm saying? Men, look, this is definitely something like, your significant other, your partner, your wife, or whatever, they definitely might like on some kink things, especially in public. So me and my ex-wife, we had this, right? So we decide that we're gonna go out to eat, and she puts it on. Now I have the remote, right? So I'm being silly as hell with this remote, right? So the waiter comes by our table, and we about to order food. So I turn on the goddamn toy while she's trying to order her food. Right? I'm just being super silly with it, right? But she did a good job of ordering her food. I give it up to her because I turned it up on like full speed too. Like I was just being an ass about it, but it was just the funniest thing ever. And so she kept on kicking my leg and everything while she was ordering. It was the funniest thing, right? So anyways, now like after that, like it's a whole bunch going on. So throughout dinner, I'm just turning on this toy, right? And I'm just getting a kick out of just like her facial expressions and everything. So we get to the car, right? And we was drinking and everything. It was at this Mexican restaurant, so we had threw back margaritas, all kind of stuff, right? We get to the parking lot, right? And I was like, hey, fuck it, let's bang out in the parking lot. So we like in the back door, right? It's wide open, right? We just banging. I look up, there's this Mexican guy with a beard just watching us going crazy in the parking lot of this Mexican restaurant, just getting it in, right? Funny as shit ever, right? But like it was something spicy, like, and I'm telling her, I was like, hey, this dude is watching, right? And she was like, for real? And I'm like, yeah, like, fuck it, we're gonna keep going. But you know what? It just adds a little bit of spice. It's kind of excitement to your relationship, And it's something different. And I think that's why people do PDA. It's more so about the excitement of just knowing somebody is watching you. And some people, they get excited just to know, like, oh, I could possibly get caught. It's just adding so much spice to your relationship, having fun with your partner, just experimenting with different sexual experiences, not just same old thing. Yeah, I mean, you have people that they're cool with just, the regular bedroom boom, but some people just want that excitement in their life, and they feel like it brings more to the table. And these are just things, you should know about your partner. Like, because, if they're into that, I mean, are you into it too? Because, I mean, you know, you can have a partner that might not be into that. But if you got a partner that's wild like that, and that's what they into, that's what they like, that's, what they enjoy, that's the thing, going to a swingers bar, maybe, and having sex at a swingers bar, or, anything. Just know certain things about your partner, because that can determine whether your partner and you are gonna mesh well, or, if the honeymoon stage will end because you're boring your partner. And one thing we don't want is, we don't want your significant other to get bored. You know what I'm saying? I understand certain things happen, like, and the whole relationship is not based off of, sexual encounters or anything like that, and we know it's good to be able to intellectually, be able to converse with your partner and stimulate them from that way as well. But, if you still, out here and you getting it in or whatever, you definitely want to be able to please your partner to the fullest capacity, and you want to make sure that they are getting off. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that, discuss this with your partner, because, if your partner is into some kinky things or some fetish things, these things should be discussed, because if you are not matching that with them, you could have issues. You could have infidelity issues could start, coming into play, and, you might see yourself going to counseling and trying to figure out how to work things out through counseling. And, um, some people, their love language is physical touch, and so with that being said, that's something you need to also know about your partner. Is that their love language? And if there is, then you need to know how to stimulate, or, feed into these fetishes or these kinky things about your partner. And so I would say this is where compatibility comes in. So if you know that this is a must that you have to have certain fetishes met, certain things, because this is a big part of your love language. This is where you talk to counseling on that. And that's where I would give a shout out to Jess, the love coach. Definitely chop it up with her on your love life. Also, I want to give a shout out to another queen, Jasmine Webster. All right. If you are in the Milwaukee area, and the name of her practice is Inspire to Empower. These are the people you go to for counseling on love and everything. So again, shout out to beautiful queen, Jess, the love coach. She can tell you, hey, if y'all compatible, if y'all should just be friends or whatever like that, because you want to make sure who you are with, you're compatible with. You don't want to waste time. You don't want to go years and years and you have regrets and you bitter and all that. So, talk to people like Just the Love Coach, or to Jasmine Webster, on the Aspire to Empower. All right. And this also leads to us spiritually. Are you connected with them as well? And, with that being said, then you should also be talking to your spiritual guidance counselors, Shout out to beautiful queen Kiwi Berry. Y'all know I love me some kiwi now. So if you need to talk to her, she can tell you about who's compatible with you. And it's not just about what your sun is. Look into what your moon and your rising, because that still dictates your personality and who is more fit for you too, or who you might have a longer relationship with. Definitely, I would tell you to talk to Kiwi. Also, my big sis, Mihamana. You know what I'm saying? I would tell you to talk to Raw Honey as well, because this is on a spiritual aspect. If you are into spirituality, talk to your pastors, talk to your bishops, talk to your deaconesses and so forth like that. If you are into Islam, go forth to your spiritual leaders in that. If you're into Hindu or all that, and or you're Buddhist, go forth to your spiritual leaders on that with guidance on to helping you find somebody that is compatible with you on a spiritual level as well, not just, a sexual level, but all of those things. So I'm not gonna keep y'all, but I enjoy y'all company, I enjoy y'all coming every week and listening to me put my experiences or my opinions out there on thoughts. And like I said, I'm always, open to y'all. Y'all can come in the DM if y'all got questions or whatever. I enjoy y'all enjoying my music, and I just enjoy having these conversations. Y'all getting intimate with me. Definitely. It's always fun. We're gonna continue this thing. Like, this is the 16th saga. And like I said before, we're gonna do 50 plus. We manifested that thing. So we're gonna get to 100 plus, on the intimate with TomBoys. As long as we got subjects to talk about, we're gonna talk about them. And we're gonna get into it. And y'all get to get closer with me. So I enjoy y'all coming here every Sunday and just spending this time with me, taking time out of your day, even if you listen later on to the week, to just check me out. It's really a lot of love, appreciate love, gods and goddesses. So y'all enjoy y'all Sunday, all right? As y'all know me, I'm a Green Bay Packer fan. Go Pack, go! About that green and gold, you know what I'm saying? Um, I heard the Dodgers won, and shout out to Justin Love, Coach. She's a Dodgers fan. Yeah, your team did their thing, but I'm always gonna be a Brewers fan, mommy. It's all love, though. It's all love, though. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to enjoy y'all Sunday, and I will see y'all next week. I want y'all to enjoy y'all week as well. All right? Light, love, abundance, peace, and prosperity, gods and goddesses. Yeah, anytime, any place, anywhere. Yeah.